Hello, thank you for your time. With our discovery call number 3, we have talked about drivers and the driver information that you'll need to be providing us for the driver table, depending on how you would like to use the drivers in your district and assign them, perhaps based on availability or not. So in our call, we have made a lot of decisions, and your worksheet here has been customized and set up with the information that you'll need to provide us. Now, I am going to go over just generally about the driver worksheet. So some of these columns you may not be utilizing, and some of them you may be, but as this is just a way of reminder so that you can remember what we talked about. The first column here is the only required column if you just want to assign drivers with a list, and even perhaps based on availability. The very least we need is their name, and as you can see, set it up with the driver name and recommended last name, comma, first name. That's the recommended way. Of course, if you would like to list them differently, you can, but it does make it easier to find them if you list last name and then first name, particularly if you are going to be ever wanting to find them, listing them alphabetically. It makes it easier to find them. The rest of the columns are optional, depending on what you have decided that you want to be able to use. So the next column, if you are going to be wanting to notify your drivers in an email that they have been assigned to drive, then we need their email address. If you would like to notify your drivers in a text on their phone, then we need their cell phone number, no dashes in the phone number, just the 10 digits, and that will give us their phone number to be receiving a text. We need their zone if you guys are set up with zones and the drivers drive out of certain zones. If you have decided that you want your drivers to have their regularly assigned bus to come along with them, when you assign the driver, the bus comes along, you can give us their bus number. Which one do they usually drive? And remember, if you do this and that's not actually the bus that's going to go on the trip, it's very easy to change the bus number so that it is the one you want them to take. But this can save you an extra click if you go ahead and give us their bus number. Designations, these again are, you determine what the designations are, you put them into the categories, and this basically is just going to allow you to narrow down your list of drivers, so you're not seeing all drivers, but just drivers that meet a certain criteria based on a designation. The mobile provider is required if you are wanting your drivers to receive a text. So you'll need to give us, if who their mobile provider is, Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, whatever it might be. Hire date. Give us their hire date if we are going to be rotating your drivers by seniority. We give us their hire date, and that will let us establish that seniority level. If you are going to be reimbursing your drivers and the reimbursement is based on their individual rate, then you need to provide us with their rate. We give you actually 3 rates if you need that many, a regular rate, an overtime rate, and then other rate. Some districts have a weight rate or a chaperone rate or something that's different, and so we provide 3 different rates that you can provide for each of your drivers. Now, if your drivers are going to be paid with a district-wide rate, we've already talked about that, and we will be ready to get those district-wide rates set up for you. And also we can, if you would like to include how many regular route hours they drive each week, this is information that can be visible to you when you make the assignment, so you can see very quickly if you're getting ready to put that driver into overtime, because you know they already drive a certain number of hours per week. So this is some of the basic information that you can provide for your drivers. Now, it's possible that that there are other columns that we've added in if you're doing other things like tracking or something, or something like that in with your drivers, and we would have talked about that in our call. So this is just kind of the basic columns, and you may or may not have all of these, or you may have some extras, but this is the information that we'll be needing. So that is your task today, is to begin working on your driver table, filling this in, giving it the information that we need. And as we've said, the very least is the driver's name. And then the other information, depending on what you would like to do with the travel tracker, and how you would like the travel tracker to work for you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. You can mark this stuck if you need to. We will contact you if you mark this stuck. Once you have completed the worksheet, please attach it back to the task and then mark this task done. And that will let me know that you're ready for the next milestone, and we'll get that information out to you very soon after this task is marked done. So have fun working with your driver table. Thank you.